It is the ability of people in a company to show empathy with their customers. Empathy means when the person is able to put himself in the shoes of the other person so that he can understand the situation, perception, and expectations in a proper way. Otherwise, sometimes we can be only struggling with the judgmental approach. Why this person is expecting this from me? Why is he not happy? I'm giving good services. But if we fail to exhibit that empathy, we cannot have a customer centric culture. The organizations which are customer centric, they often operate from an outside inside perspective, with each decision being informed with a deeper level of understanding. And the understanding includes the needs and desires of customers. Whatever activities we do in the company, everything has to deal with the customer. And the success, the profits are measured through the metrics like customer satisfaction, customer loyalty, and customer experience. If a customer returns back to your company for the respective goods and services, you can expect that yes, this customer is loyal. He's having a good experience. That is why he's returning to us again and again. Or maybe he's enjoying the satisfaction we are offering. This is how a customer-centric culture is built in a company. Let's understand the difference between product-centric culture and customer-centric culture. It varies from company to company, and they can decide what is it that they want to prioritize for their company. In the product-centric approach, the companies talk about the products they want to sell to the customers. But in customer-centric approach, they are more keen in serving the customers and building the products as per the needs of the customers. The product-centric culture is based on the transaction, but customer-centric is based on relationships. In the product-centric, whatever product the company has designed, they are able to highlight the features and advantage in the market through advertisement, promotions, or having different endorsement campaigns. And in customer-centric approach, they check how the product is able to meet the needs of the customer. In a product-centric approach, there are, these people are included: product lines, product managers, and product sales team. Whereas in a customer-centric approach, customer centers, client relationship managers, and the sales team is involved. For measuring success in product-centric culture, the number of new products are made available in the market, and accordingly, profitability per product is checked along with market share. And in customer-centric culture, the share of wallet of customers and customer satisfaction level is checked. So both are different in comparison to each other. What is the role of HR in building the customer-centric culture? As you can see from the picture, these 4 areas we are targeting when we have to describe the role of HR in building the customer-centric culture. Because it is just not the duty of sales and marketing department to pitch in the customers. HRs can also help the company in having this customer-centric approach. First is about the mindset. Mindset, which means what the employees are thinking and how they are able to feel in terms of the needs and expectations of the customer. What is the approach of my customer when he comes to me and I'm able to provide him some kind of service? And what is the mindset that he carries along with him? That is to be discussed here. The employee should have a thorough understanding of who the customer is, what are his needs, and how the organization services can be able to solve the needs of the customer. Like this only, one should be able to build up the mindset. Next is providing employees with the knowledge and skills so that they can focus on the customers. Because at places it has been seen that people don't know how to maintain that good customer relationship. Therefore, the employees should be given proper training and knowledge. They should be given the skill sets that are required to create good customer experience. And HRs, they have a crucial role to play here. The skills can be covered as the technical skills, or the basic details of the products and services provided by the company. Your employees should be skilled for these. Behavior traits like having empathy with customer, active listening skills, decision making skills, or good way of talking, good way of probing, all these are included in the behavior traits. So it starts by designing the jobs and the activities in such a way that all this is customer centric. And we are able to develop the employees in such a way that they can become customer centric. They can work towards the needs of the customers and serve them the expectations that they have. Next is tool set, where we have to give the employees some tools with which they can drive the customer-centric experience. The toolset category, it refers to the day-to-day functions like using the technology, softwares, and platforms when they have to deal with the customer. For that, they need to collect the data and the insight about the customer. The organizations need to help the employees so that they can understand the customer. They can solve the problems, become solution-oriented. They are able to build good relationship and bond with the customers. And yes, trust and understanding are the two important tools here, because then only the employee will be able to identify the problem of the customer and accordingly will help him with the relevant solution. So generally, employees deal with legacy systems or they work across multiple platforms, and which sometimes is not conducive to serve the customer. Next is hard set, where we need to enable the employees to understand the impact and value we bring to the customer, because sometimes people just work for their salaries and they don't realize the importance of being customer driven. So yes, HR needs to instill a hard set of customer-centric strategy. The employees can see the impact and the difference they make in the customer's life. They should be closely connected to the customers, understand the business purpose, and demonstrate how the working style is to be done so that it can make a difference in the lives of the customers. And yes, it can actually give you a great sense of feeling. Now, building the customer-centric culture, because we want to have this kind of culture in our company, we talked about 4 points. One was mindset, skill set, hard set, and tool set. So first, you need to start with mindset and hard set. How to achieve that? By creating a shared vision around the customer. If customer is not aware of the vision of our company, he might not be able to associate with you in the long run. Create a deeper understanding about the customer, what he expects, what are his needs. Have a healthy conversation with the customer every time you meet him. We need to empower the employees to act on behalf of the customer. You should be an active listener. Listen to all the needs of your customers carefully. Talk about those customer stories who have been associated with you and they are happy, they are satisfied. Make the employees as customers so that empathy level can be increased. Now, moving on to the second part, where we have to cover skill set and tool set, how to achieve that. We need to design the process and the jobs in a customer-centric way. It's just not that the jobs that you are designing, it should be based on your preconceptions or your preconceived notions. It should be built in a customer-centric way. Reward the person for the right behavior. Enable the employees so that they can use the tools, softwares, hardwares, and technologies in a better way. And ingrain the customer into the employee life cycle. So this is how HRs can really help in building up a customer-centric culture in the organization. Now, how the HR will collaborate with customer? So actually, this collaboration, it goes beyond the customer complaint lines and even the satisfaction areas. This is to avoid the backward looking and to focus on the future points. So just by concentrating on how the experience was for the customers, we now need to check what would make their future visits more enjoyable. The next time when my customer is coming to my office, what else can we do to give him a better experience than what we did today. So collect this kind of data, and the HRs can use this data to improve the employee behavior and performance. To check if there are any loopholes, how can we work on them in future? Sometimes HR professionals, or I would say most of the times, HR professionals are not in directly connection with the customers. So they should partner with the sales department to check what are the insights of the customers. Are they happy? Are they satisfied or not? And accordingly, how we can infuse this data in our HR practices. So just by doing a complete research in every channel, it will give us the insight about the customers, and it can include online reviews, social listening, something on social media, or even the customer service data. So all these 3 points will give you the correct, precise data about your customers. Making HR practices customer-centric. So first of all, we should have customers' voice in staffing, means he should be heard. We should include customer-centric values in all the phases of talent flow. And the first step that we have is hiring process, providing promotions. In that, everywhere we should build up a customer-centric culture. What all norms, values, and skills are required by the customers for their employees, for the staff members? What would the customers want to see in their employees' behavior? Everything should be kept into consideration. Next is customer-led employee training. So if employees are given any sort of training programs, they can really be a value addition for them. So engage the customers in employee training so that we can achieve this purpose in a better way. Have some customer training programs for your employees because they are very powerful, and the feedback comes from the product or the service user, so that there are more windows open for us to work in that direction. As HRs, you can even try to have some customer-based reward practices. So the standards for the quality of service that we have offered, it should always give an idea about the customer's expectations and how we can improve the overall customer experience. So like that, employee reward practices are often evaluated from the inside and not the outside of the organization. The concept of customers directly rewarding the workers, this is not a new concept. It happens in most of the companies. It is just like when a waiter receives a tip despite of the bill for his good services and he feels good at the restaurant. This is one example where you can generate this culture that customers by themselves are giving rewards to the employees. And everything should be done in a fair way. That is important. Having a cloud HCM system is also an option through which we can improve the overall employee and yes, the customer experience. So by having automated manual tasks, again, this is an important feature that can help us achieve this purpose. It can have the whole employee journey in the single platform because HCM is very easy to use. It can keep the records of old data as well. It can eliminate redundant data entry so that the time can be saved. The complete HR tasks can be performed from any device and at any point of time. It empowered the employees with self-service tools. So whatever task that you want to do in your day-to-day practices, you can use this kind of cloud HCM system and you will find it very easy in implementing this customer-centric culture in your company. Some points to remember, HRs, please be very careful and just try to be obsessive because you have to build up that customer-centric culture that puts the customer at the center of everything as to whatever the company is doing, because we cannot neglect the needs of our customers. It is better that whatever activities, strategies we plan, everything is revolving around the customers. You should be able to align your strategies well and align it with the customer strategy. So by this, we can shift the focus of HR from inside a company to outside, and he can always have that view of customer alignment while he is involved in the decision-making process. Make customers as everyone's job. Stop considering your employees as customers, but you should be in a position to give an understanding to all the departments so that they become customer centric. They should keep the end needs of customers in mind, and it is everybody's business to contribute towards the growth of the company and retain maximum number of customers. Focus on the outcomes and not the output. So output, it refers to the number of people recruited, the training programs delivered, but outcome is the impact created in customers' life. So it's better that we focus on the outcome. Whatever strategy we have implemented in our company, has it been able to affect the lives of the customer in a positive way? That is the outcome we are talking about. Keep your promises, keep your commitment, make your organization such that it is able to keep commitments or the promises made to the customers. Then we need to flatten the pyramid. We need to create flat customer-centric structures every time in our company for all the departments where the roles of your employees are directly linked to that of the customer. Try to provide delight to the customers, give them a good experience, flatten the pyramid and eliminate the hierarchical tiers of responsibility so that the response can be made in a direct and a quick way in order to serve the customer's needs. Make collaboration a core value. Recognize and give rewards to the people who have this collaborative mindset and approach. Talk about the behavior of employees whenever you get the chance, and make sure that we are all able to serve a seamless experience to our customers, because customers are super crucial for any company to sustain in the long run. Motivate and empower the frontline staff so that they can deal with the difficult customers, if there are any, in the most suitable manner. Try to develop the concepts of emotional intelligence, because people sometimes they become impatient or they're not able to handle the needs of the customers. So please make them understand the importance of emotional intelligence. Because when we have to serve the customers, we have to really balance our emotions well. And we do not react, rather we become responsive in difficult situations. Choose role models. So here, the managers and leaders can be selected, and they can be chosen in that way where they have those attributes and necessary leadership style, so that they can become the role models, and people can really look up to them for improving their work. Next point is to deliver a customer-centric induction process. So the part of people's induction, it should also include about having the good amount of time in the frontline department, because then only they will be in a position to understand the business and the customers well. Because giving them a theoretical knowledge sometimes will not serve the purpose. It is better to put the employees at the time of induction in the frontline role so that they can directly talk to the customers, meet them, analyze the different needs and the different mindset of the customer.